was trying to go live. I've been going live for a month or more, for many, many years or more. But for some reason, YouTube has decided that I have to verify my account before I can go live on my phone. So I'm going through StreamYard because it's the only way. Even though I've definitely verified my account more than one day ago, because YouTube is ridiculous. YouTube is really annoying me. I'm very, very annoyed indeed, and somebody's commenting and I can see it now. Good evening, how are you? I'm fine. Show, ooh, did I hello, show, yeah, show. Don't hide, show. I'm really annoyed because I've been doing live streams almost every day for the last 3 weeks, and only now, today, 2 seconds before I'm trying to use my phone to do this, it's like, no, you can't. We've changed the rules. You can't. You have to have had videos over 15 minutes and to have verified yourself. And I have verified myself. I'm very, very verified. Hey, Philip. Hey, Erfingle. You are here. And so am I. I am in London. Very briefly. I don't know how long for. I'm going to Wales again in a couple of weeks. And then I don't know. I could go anywhere in the world. Hello, Terry. I could go to the moon if the moon had any atmosphere, but it doesn't. And this is out of tune. I'm very well aware. But it has been in this room for a month, untuned. More than that, because I've been away for ages. And I got back, and there was a big patch of mold on my wall. I was like, what the hell? And it turns out that the roof is starting to leak. So that's not good. So I put like loads of stuff all over it. So it's not moldy anymore. But that is a problem. Obviously, that is a problem. So that is completely out of tune. Verify that things can be verified. I am very verified. One thing that needs to be verified is me. And I am. But that isn't verified. This is definitely not verified. Mold can be verified. That's true. That's very true. It's completely off key, which is very much like singing. I've got a feeling that I've sung to somebody and they said, oh, it's remarkable that you just sing just a little bit, like a titchy titch off key every single time. It's not deliberate, I assure you. And I just went, oh, yeah. Thank you. It's a talent. It's a talent for not being very talented. I hope you've enjoyed my Edinburgh shows. I think the microphone on my phone is better too. Thank you, Ollie. That's very helpful. I can't help that. Hopefully, within 24 hours, it will be back. But at the moment, it's not back. I do have a microphone that I can plug into this computer, but I left it in Wales because I did not think I would need it. If I'd been using my headphones and they've got a microphone built in. But I was in a hurry and I ran upstairs and I did it this way. And that is completely out of tune. Ah, bugger. I'll do it later. In 24 hours, it'll all be ready. 24 hours. Only 24 hours. So, yes, this will be my most talky one. I'm sure you'll be very happy to know. I didn't mean to hide current comment. I don't need to hide it. I don't know why I pinned, for some reason, Phillips. But it's a great comment. But it was an accident. Bulgarian eighth note singing, exactly. That's what it is. That's my special way of singing. That's not quite the European. It's Bulgaria is Europe. It's on the cusp. Bulgaria, isn't it? I wrote a novel about Bulgaria. I did loads of research, and I looked at all of the phrases in Bulgaria, and there's one about sent away for green caviar, which is what the novel was based on. And I met a Bulgarian person. I'm like, I'm so excited, and I said, oh, you've got this brilliant saying, and they're like, nope, That's not true. And I didn't know whether I'd been sent away for green caviar or not. It's basically been sent on a wild goose chase, for which there is no real answer, for which you just wander around, dazed and confused, which is pretty much me all the time. So yeah, read that novel if you want. I was awake all night thinking, what is my next project? Because I had a next project and I think it's quite good. And then my mother said, why don't you do this other thing? It's like, because that's not my next project. But then I was lying awake going, all the things that I haven't finished, all the things I should have finished. And now I'm like, all the things, there's too many things that I haven't finished that I've just sort of set aside to lay fallow, maybe spring again back into life at some point. I did not get skinny. It's the light. Thank you very much. I've done a lot of walking, but I definitely haven't lost any weight. I have walked a lot, though, so much so that I don't know whether you saw my boots. I've thrown them away now, so you can't see them. But I did put a picture on Twitter of my boots. My boots that were made for walking weren't that much made for walking. I don't know whether I can see it. It's a lovely picture. It was they fell apart completely and utterly, and I put a little TikTok thing up about it as well. Can I find them? Yeah, maybe because this is one thing about this new amazing new thing. Save image as, yeah, in that I think I've got a StreamYard. I can upload things. I think I can. So I can can I don't know whether I can. Can I present? I don't know. Maybe I can. What's this? New layout. Nah, that's not what I needed to do. Go back. Go back. No. How do I cancel? I don't know what I'm doing with this. I thought maybe I could add pictures and stuff, but I don't know whether I can. Can I present? Can I present my picture? My picture of my boots. Let's have a little look. So if I do this, and then I do this, and then I do this. Oh, and I found loads of things on my... I was looking for, I had video for my Welsh show in 2015, and I thought I'd lost it because my computer completely broke. But I was looking and I found it. So I've put that on my Patreon. It is available, unlisted. You can probably find it if you look hard enough, but it's unlisted on my, so can I present? I don't know. Maybe I can. Now I don't know where I am. Can you see me? I can't see me. So present slides. Oh, I can present slides. Share screen. I'm going to share my screen. So share my screen. It's easier with two monitors. Oh, is it? Share. Oh yeah, share my... Yeah, there I go. I share. Can you see that? That's my boots. See how they've fallen apart? Helpful, eh? Can I unshare my screen now? Remove. That was good, wasn't it? Wow, the wonders of modern technology. So I think maybe my face looks a little bit thinner, but the rest of me is not any thinner. I haven't lost any weight at all. The clothes that didn't fit me still don't fit me. The clothes that do fit me still don't fit me. What? Anyway, so it's yeah. So that was fancy, wasn't it? Fancy schmancy. Fancy that. It says I can present a slideshow as well. Can I present a slideshow? I don't know. Can I present a slideshow? I don't know. I had a slideshow ages ago. PowerPoint stuff. What's that? A reflection with... Oh, gold. Yeah. Exploration, the symposium. A reflection with pictures. Ooh. But that's not the ones I needed. Yeah, so apparently I can do all sorts of stuff if I do it, and I don't really know behind the scenes stuff. What is it? What is this amazing thing? It is amazing. Actually, I can probably put the shorter thinker files. If I do this, can I do this? No. Hang on. No, I don't know. Can I add present extra camera video file? Present a video file. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll show you the where is it? I'll show you. This is a little bit stupid, isn't it? What is desktop stuff? So where's a new folder? There it is, Stealth Welsh, and then I could new folder. That's not right. Oh, it's not working. They're not right. So unfortunately, I can't. I thought I could, but I can't. I'm all over the place. The weight all went to my feet and broke the boot. Yeah, exactly. That's That's what happens, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to work this out. Maybe, if you go and see my Welsh show that I redid, only without the videos, without any of the technology, then maybe if I get myself together, maybe I can use StreamYard here to work out what I'm doing and actually present it properly and just be like, wow, yeah, slideshow. It's going to be so amazing. But I don't know. Just see it as it is, which is slapdash at best, even though I've put together so much research and so much work, and yet everything goes wrong. It's what happens no matter how much you plan. This is why I don't do planning, because no matter how much I actually plan, it will go wrong. If I don't plan, then it goes wrong, then it doesn't really go wrong because it wasn't planned. And so it's magic, really, if that happens. So yeah, so this is a bit of a sort of a decompression from Edinburgh, because I've been back a few days. I don't feel like it's like, whoa, it's just I'm floating. I'm like, what's happening with my life? I don't know. It's just all sort of floaty. I'm not really back to reality. I don't know what reality is anymore. But I'm like, I can't make plans. But I was trying to make plans. I was like, oh, maybe I can buy an empty building in near Edinburgh that's commuting distance. It's like, they're all quite expensive. But maybe I can get a mortgage. I've never had a mortgage. Maybe I can get a mortgage and pay it over 25 years. There's something at 50,000. Somebody said you can't get a mortgage over 25 years for £50,000. It's like, why not? Because that would be quite cheap every month. And I'm thinking maybe I could get enough money to do that and do it's like 300 quid for a month. I was like, maybe I would do that for 25 years, and I could probably keep getting that much money if I really try hard. I mean, I wouldn't be able to eat anything or do anything or else. It would all go to my rent. But I could do that. And then I saw somebody said, what about horse box? I was like, I buy a horse box. I saw a horse box for £3,000 with like a little living bit above it and like a big section for horses that probably smells of horses. And it's slightly broken. But I thought maybe I can turn that into a venue, and maybe I can buy a car park in Edinburgh. There's one for £30,000, but you can't get a mortgage for a car parking space, apparently. So that all fell apart quite quickly. But I thought maybe that's what I can do. I can have a venue stroke horse box I can live in and drive around, and then have a venue during Edinburgh next year and have a brilliant swishy venue and just put the sort of ramp down the horse box and go la 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 la. It'd have to be open air though. Like people could perform where the horses are, and I could live in the back. That could be like a tech thing, and there's like a little platform. And it was really good, and then people could sit in the car park. But then it would have to be sunny, and the trouble is Scotland, and Scotland isn't sunny. But then the plans AFGO, what is it? Of Mice and Men. AFGO right, I can't remember. Anyway, Mice and Men's plans. They AFGO right. Something like that, which is very much what happened if you go with the Wicker Man in that's what I'm going to call it, the Wicker Man place in the playa. I thought it was the playa, but it's not. In the dried riverbed in was it like Black Rock River or something, in the desert, the Burning Man celebration. They go there and they go, yeah, we are hippie people, even though we've got loads of money to go to this place, and they have to survive for years and bring all the food that they need. But they have all got trapped there because the climate change. Apparently there was climate change protesters, and they called the cops on them, and they got taken away, and they're like, ha, climate change, it's all fake. And then they go in this dried up riverbed, and it rains so much that it's turned back into a lake, more or less, and they're stuck there forevermore. And they will sink to the bottom of the sea or the lake, and that will be very sad indeed. It will be sad. It has, I think, bad things have happened. So you mustn't laugh because people have suffered. But then again, you don't go to a dried riverbed, and you're just like, the whole point is they thought it was going to be sunny, and it wasn't sunny. So maybe it will be sunny in Edinburgh when I have my horse box. I'm not going to buy the horse box because, to be honest, because I think it's slightly broken. It's a drivable horse box, but I think probably there's something wrong with the mechanics, which is probably why they're selling it for £3,000. Because I wouldn't have thought that they sell a brilliant, huge horse box that you can drive around and live in and put horses in and do all these amazing things for £3,000, unless there was something seriously wrong with it, and it smelt probably of horses as well, because it is a horse box. But I bought a second-hand car once that had been owned by people that had horses, but I don't think they kept the horses in it, because it was not a Ford Cortina, a Ford, maybe it was a Ford Cortina. I can't remember what it was. It was a tiny car, and it only had one wing mirror, which I thought was it was broken, but it turns out that it only had one wing mirror when they made it, because for some reason you had to pay extra for a safe car. And it was like it was two cars shunted together. And I'd spent ages and ages filling in the gaps and the rust and making it. But it did always smell of horses. So I'm used to that, because my only car that I ever owned smelled very much of horses. Yes, Blackrock Desert usually is as dry as a bone. But climate change, Eric Fingal, climate change is my point. They thought it was going to be sunny because it's a dried up riverbed. It's been dried up for centuries. But now climate change, it's going to be a lake again. And you have to expect the unexpected now. So my point was, Scotland, which is normally very wet and cold and horrible, maybe because of climate change, the whole flip it and reverse it will happen, and my horse box with an outside sitting area will be fine. I could put a big canvas or a big piece of cloth over the top of it to keep them extra fine, or put some umbrellas up if it did go less than sunny. But it's not going to the outdoor venues not really great for unless they are. You expect them to be very, very sunny, like the desert, and then it isn't. But you expect them to be rainy, and you go, well, I will plan the contingency of it being rainy, and then it's very sunny. You can't plan things. You think you can. This is my whole point. Yeah, plan things and they go wrong. They go completely and utterly wrong. You think, I knew what was happening. I knew it. I knew exactly what was happening. I thought I was going to just stream on my lovely phone. I thought I knew exactly what's happening, because that's what's happened many times before. My phone, I'm like, yeah, set it up. Put it on my little thing. So, because I left my big, so put it on a selfie stick. On a thing. I'm like, there you go. And it all goes wrong, because you never know. Yeah, next year, Burning Man will be Waterman, Aquaman. It will be Aquaman. And then it will be very, very hot time. And they will have a ruined, like, but we came here for the swimming in the big lake. But the lake has dried up again. Next year, the year after, it will be an ice sheet. And then the year after that, it will be a volcano or something. Because don't plan anything. It's a fool's game, planning. I've lost you. There's only 3 people left, because I planned to have all 5 of you for the rest of it. But I didn't have 5 of you for the rest of it, because I've lost you by talking about climate change, which will change. I would love an RV recreational. Yes, it does cost double a normal car. But the thing is, my horse box, I would drive it until it gets to the car park that I'm theoretically owning. I don't own a car park, and I don't own a horse box. So it's all a big dream. So I'd drive it if it got there, because I think there's something mechanically wrong with it. But maybe I'll trail it. Maybe I'll put it on a flat bed truck and drag it up to Edinburgh, and then stick it in the car park and leave it there forever. I wouldn't actually drive it, because my driving is not. My parents said, hey, why don't you come home and be our driver, and we'll drive. You can drive us everywhere, and we'll get you a car, but you have to drive us everywhere. I'm like, one, I haven't driven for a very long time. I don't think I was ever a very good driver. I did not feel safe driving. I have driven in all winds and weathers, even in the brief period where I was driving. But maybe it's because my car was 2 cars shunted together and that smelled of horses that only had one wing mirror. And when you went more than 60 miles an hour, it would be like that on the motorway. I don't know whether I took it on the motorway. I definitely took it on dual carriageway. It was like, I must have taken it on the motorway, because anyway, it was bad. So maybe that's what put me off the driving experience, because as soon as I thought it's not going to pass its MOT, I'd better sell it for 50 quid, which I did. I didn't buy it for much more than that. But and I never got another one because I was like, this is not safe. And I moved to London. I didn't really need one in London, but I might need one if my parents need me to drive them around. I do not feel safe. I would immediately go woof and hit a pillar or something. Or a pillow is fine, but not a pillar. So I do not think that me driving is a safe idea. And also, I'm planning to live in a horse box in a car park. Oh, there was another big building in Dunfermline, which is commutable distance, a big building, and I couldn't work out whether it was the whole of the building or a bit of the building, and it looked like it was probably derelict for £50,000, and that was the one that I was like, well, maybe I could pay for it over the course of... Anyway, Dunfermline used to be the capital of Scotland, which is not anymore. Edinburgh is the capital of Scotland, but it used to be, and apparently Ncuti Gatwa comes from... Well, he lived in... I don't think he originally comes from Dunfermline, but he's a son of Dunfermline, that he was brought up in Dunfermline, and Barbara Dixon, and loads of other people. There's loads of famous people from Dunfermline. When you're Dunfermline, you're done with life. Anyway, it's not the capital anymore, but it was like, oh, there's so much nightlife in Dunfermline. It's like, how many people are in Dunfermline? About 36,000. It's like, 36,000 is not a lot of people. My hometown's got like 48,000, and there's not much going on there. So Dunfermline, I'm thinking, has probably got a little bit big for his boots with all the celebrities that come from there. What with all the celebrities that are like, yes, it's far too... It's like, and kings and all sorts. Oh, it was very important once. It was Dunfermline, but now I'm sure it's very nice. But I think it might be a bit above itself in terms of what it thinks it is. I might be wrong. Dunfermline might be the best place ever. Maybe I live in the basement of my building that I'm going to buy with a mortgage that nobody's going to give me. I don't know how to get a mortgage. It's like, this is another thing. People are like, well, you're a grown-up. As soon as you hit puberty, it's like, are you though? I'm still wondering when grown-uphood starts. I don't do grown-up things. What are grown-up things? Why would I do grown-up things? Don't be ridiculous. What are they? A safer car would help, Jerry, exactly. Maybe if I had a really safe car and grown-up ideas of what to do with things, and I was any good at driving and taking care of my own responsibilities, I'd know what was happening in the world, but I don't. I've got no clue. I don't know what's happening. It's just like, what I do. When is grown-uphood starting? I don't know. Why is everybody trying to... Yes, exactly. Why is everybody trying to make everybody behave as an adult? What's it special about adults? I mean, don't get me wrong. Once you're over about 19, I think you should probably hang out with people that are also over about 19. But it doesn't mean that any of us are actually grown-ups. We are just of an age. It's like everybody that's above a certain age, we are ostensibly adults. We hang out with each other and be adults, but we do not do adult very well. There's some people that are very good at being adults, very responsible, earnest, sensible people. Don't understand these people. Why do you know about stocks and shares and buying things and living in a way that is helpful? Because, capitalism, it's ruined the world. So maybe being a grown-up's not all it's cracked up to be. Maybe being a grown-up is just what's got us in this terrible mess in the first place. Maybe being a grown-up means you've stopped growing and you've grown up. There's no more growth to be had. Is that a good thing? No, you should keep on growing. Keep on growing until the outer limits of growth have been reached, and then grow a little bit more, up and away. The whole everything grows, not physically, just mentally and spiritually and wonkily and everythingly. Just grow as a person. Grow, 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 grow. Like a little flower, like a big flower, like a giant. I'm going to grow down for a bit. Grow, yes, I'm going to grow into the roots. Roots. Grow your roots. Grow into the center of the earth with your roots, and grow up into the sky, up into the heavens. Not the literal heavens, because I don't think they exist, but up, 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 up. We were talking about the stars in the last one and how we're all made of stars. Maybe we should reach them up and up and up and up and up. Ah, yes. So yes, this is a decompression. See, you're going down. You're going down. Yeah, we're decompressing from all the ups and the highs of Edinburgh. So if you want to go and see lots of videos of me talking to other people and me messing about and doing live shows and being really, really upbeat and high energy and high with coffee. I haven't had much coffee. It's weird. The less coffee I have, the more coffeeed up I seem to become. It's a very strange thing. So yeah, you want to go and see those, go see those. But this is the wind down session. We're winding down with me. Winding, 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 winding like a tree. Winding trees. Trees don't wind, do they? Or do they? Do they wind? Wind around the universe. There's a theory that all the trees are the same tree. Is there? That's not a theory. Nobody has that theory. That there is a tree, that all the trees are linked in a way, that the roots down into the earth, they can communicate with each other. It's very much like, is it bamboo? That bamboo only flowers once every 60 or 70 years, and all the bamboo in the whole world, no matter when it was planted. So it's not a question of this is a year old bamboo and this is 100 years old bamboo. They all flower at the same time if they're the same species. They all are synchronized. Synchronicity. Yeah, winding down for the new week. Winding down. Wind, wind, wind. Wind, wind, wind. So maybe all the people are also linked in a way. We're all linked. And every time something happens, there's a zeitgeist, isn't it? The zeitgeist. It's a thing in the air that makes the spirit of now, the spirit of now and the spirit of things that are happening now. The spirit of the ghosts of Christmas yet to come is the zeitgeist of the things to come. Oh, Doctor Who! That's reminded me, because I was thinking of a Christmas special of Doctor Who. There will be... That's very Aleister Crowley, isn't it? There you go. There will be a Doctor Who special in the months to come, and there's going to be 3 specials in November and a Christmas special. Woo! We're spoiled. It's all virtual imagination, exactly. La 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 la. This part of my brain has been half asleep for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's like, so I think I said somewhere that it's like your third eye that you need to tap to make it work. It's where your your gland, I knew what it was called when I started. Yeah, the and we were talking about seahorses and hippocampuses. It's like hippocampus is a seahorse. It means a horse field, but for some reason it's a seahorse. But it's also a part of your brain that looks like a seahorse. They're like, there you go, pineal. It's of course the pineal gland, and I knew that it was the pineal gland when I was talking about it to somebody. And I'm like, what the? It's hard. It's so asleep that my pineal gland is going, nope. It's where your third eye is supposed to be, but it's just your pineal gland. But apparently, if you sleep and there's light coming in, then it gets affected. And also, like, it gets a build-up of calcium. If you have too many minerals or not enough minerals, it sort of affects that. That might be all complete made-up rubbish that I've made up. It might be true, and it might not be true. Who even knows anymore? What's true and what's not true? It's all not true, and it's all true. Anyway, we're all together in the here and now with the zeitgeist, like the blooming bamboo that we are. We're all in it together. Oh, no matter whether you're a tiny child or a big grown-up child, that's really old child, like 100-year-old child. We're all in it together. We've got to work together to make this thing work, like a big planet Earth. That's a spaceship going through. We're going really, really quickly through Earth. So here's the sun, and here's us. Here's the sun, and we're going woo. We're going round and 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 round, spiraling through the universe, millions of miles an hour. Here we're here, and we're not even in the same place that we were. It's like all the stars changed places. It's like because we're in a different place to where we were. It's like we're hurtling through space. We're not in the same physical space that we are. So that's the point, right? If we're going through space, what if there is like a fixed point? What if there is like a universe, a galaxy that's not moving quite as quickly, and we're hurtling through, and it's like, or it's coming the other way. So it might be coming the other way. So if that's going one way and we're going one way, and the reason that there's aliens, if there are aliens, is we're suddenly like, whoa, we're in the same plane as we. Hello, we just crossed paths. We'll visit now. The little wiggly worms. Yes. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with that. That thought. We're hurtling through space, and the aliens are hurtling through space, and somehow be completely beyond the realms of possibility with maybe what a coincidence. It's like so unlikely this is going to happen. It's like, wow, it's going to happen. Maybe that's it. And we'll meet other people, other beings that are different. They're not bamboo. They're something completely different. We're bamboo and they're water chestnuts. And we're going the other way, and we meet, and we have a lovely big stir fry. Yay. All right, that's climate change for you. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Hopefully, I'll have my ability to stream properly back through my little phone, and so I can jump about and sing and dance. Wow, that'll be a treat. All right, then. Have a nice week. See you soon.